Hello and welcome to my first ever top 10. In this top 10 I'll be straight out discussing the top 10 strongest Pokemon of all time based on my research. No bias, just my research. And no, I'm not going to make a list about the top 10 highest base tourism Pokemon, although that does play a huge role in a Pokemon's strength. There's more to a Pokemon's power than stats. For example, Slacking has huge base stats but it has Truant. And Wishy-Washy, the big one, while it has monster stats, it has no speed to back them up, and it becomes the weakest Pokemon ever when it's below 25% of its HP. Also, by the word strongest, I do not mean the best Pokemon of all time in battle, but I will be talking about the best Pokemon offensively, meaning the Pokemon that can hit the hardest, that can dish out the hits. The reason for this is, for example, Clefable is an amazing Pokemon competitively, but if I put it on this list, a lot of eyebrows will be raised, because this Pokemon's stats are quite shit, and it just does not look strong. Also, this list will not be including any legendaries, ultra beasts, or megas. So without further ado, let's get right into the list. At number 10 we have Chandelure. Just look at that special attack, it's huge. Its defenses are also good and its speed is decent. It's the same speed as Dragonite. It also has the ability Flash Fire, giving it immunity to 3 types. Meaning, if you predict a fighting, normal, or fire move, you can just switch this thing in and get a free switch in. It has access to a wide range of good special moves. Of course, we have Stab, Shadow Ball, Flamethrower, or Fire Blast if you're the type of person who likes risks. Then there's Energy Ball, very good move to have on this Pokemon. You can make this Pokemon a very good special sweeper as well by giving it a Choice Scarf. Just watch out for Sucker Punch. At number 9 we have Magnezone, one of the 16 non-legendary, non-ultra beast and non-mega Pokemon that are in the OU tier. Its stats are quite good with a huge special attack, very good defense and good special defense. It does lack speed, but that's where the Choice Scarf comes in. Sure, this thing has a 4 times weakness to ground, meaning that it has a 4 times weakness to the most overpowered and overused move in Pokemon, Earthquake. But its ability Magnapult is what makes it so special, eliminating threats such as Skarmory and Celesteela with Thunderbolt, and others such as Scizor and Ferrothorn HP Fire. Add on Flash Cannon, and maybe Volt Switch and you're good to go. At number 8 we have another OU Pokemon, a Pokemon that I always thought was legendary, the hairy moth Pokemon, Volcarona. Its stats once again are very good, horrible defense though, and once again this Pokemon does have a 4 times weakness. It's time to rock, but then again 6 out of the 10 Pokemon on this list have a 4 times weakness. What makes this one so bad is Stealth Rock, which of course isn't a problem in game. In game, Volcarona is a beast of a Pokemon, but it's very rare and doesn't evolve until level 59. So it's mostly used in competitive. What makes Volcarona so strong is Quiver Dance, a move that is mostly learned by shitty bug types. This move boosts special attack, special defense, and speed by 1 stage. If you get just 1 Quiver Dance off, your opponent is in for some serious trouble. If you get 2, it's checkmate. At number 7 we have the Dragon Pokemon Salamence. The first pseudo-legendary on this list, this Pokemon's stats are amazing with massive attacks, good HP and decent defenses, and some pretty good speed. This Pokemon though would be much better if it was pure Dragon. I never really understood the flying type. I always thought it was useless and just there. Just because a Pokemon can fly, it doesn't mean it has to be a flying type. Dragon in itself should include flying, because what type of dragon doesn't fly? To me, the flying type was a completely unnecessary addition to Pokemon. It just made many great Pokemon shit, such as Charizard or Gyarados, both of which should be dragon. And for fuck's sake, Gyarados can't even fly. He can't even learn a good stab physical flying type move. The only ones there are Brave Bird, which has recoil damage, Fly, Bounce, Sky Attack, and Sky Trap, which all hit the turn after being used. And the opponent could just switch out or use Protect. But enough ranting about the flying type and back to Salamence. Its special attack is also good, but you would be dumb to run a special set on Salamence, not with that attack. If only you could take some of its special attack and add it to its speed. Anyways, this Pokemon can be a very deadly sweeper if used correctly with Dragon Dance, and the Moxie ability just makes it more deadly. At number 6 we have Porygon Z. You didn't see that coming, did you? First of all, its special attack is high as fuck. Second of all, it has adaptability. That pretty much makes all of its stab moves super effective. Not only that, but using the normal Z and the move conversion, this Pokemon can use Z conversion, which boosts all of its stats by 1 stage. This Pokemon was born to sweep, and the move conversion also changes the user's current type to match the type of the move the user has in its first move slot. So you can change this Pokemon's type to whatever you want, and it gets double stab from that move. That is power. At number 5 we have Dragonite, the Pokemon that has dominated OU for many years, since Gen 4 when Multiscale was introduced. First of all, this Pokemon is a pseudo-legendary, meaning it has crazy good stats, mainly its attack and HP. Then of course the ability Multiscale, which has the damage Dragonite takes at full HP, giving it a perfect chance to set up some Dragon Dances. Then you could put Weakness Policy or a Lumberry on this thing and you're good to go. But what makes Dragonite so amazing is its move pool. You got Outrage, the elemental punches, especially Fire Punch, to get rid of Ice types, or Iron Head to get rid of Ice types, Fairy types, and Rock types. Then there's Earthquake to get rid of Rock types as well. Do I need to say any more? At number 4 we have Tyranitar. What makes this Pokemon so high on this list is it is an OU, not because it has an amazing ability or strategic use or some shit. This thing is an OU because of its raw power. This thing hits like a truck and takes hits like a fucking tank. It is absolutely monstrous. I once used a Focus Blast with Alakazam on a Tyranitar and it lived it. That's fucked up strong. It can also summon Sandstorms, meaning this Pokemon is a key member to Sandstorm teams. If that's not enough power for you, strap a Choice Band on this baby and rip your opponents apart with Earthquake, Crunches, Stone Edge, Fire Punch, etc. Number 3. Blaziken. Blaziken is in the Ubers tier. Do I need to say any more? Stat wise it's not that impressive. It has very good attack, but the rest of its stats are quite bad, especially its defenses. But forget about defenses, Blaziken is a sweeper. First of all, it's a fighting type, a very good offensive type. Second of all, speed boost. You can just switch in on a grass type or other Pokemon weak to it, the opponent will switch out. You can use Swords Dance, speed boost raises your speed, and you're already set to sweep. Number 2. Garchomp. Garchomp is the definition of an offensive threat. First of all of its stats are amazing. It is fast, it hits hard, the perfect stats for a sweeper. For abilities you got Sandville, pretty good if you're on a Sandstorm team, and Rough Skin, also a pretty good ability. You can give this Pokemon Stealth Rocks, Swords Dance, Stab, Earthquake, Outrage, and if you don't want to lock yourself into Outrage, you could put a Dragonine Z on it. This Pokemon is the perfect physical sweeper for any team. And finally at number 1 we have Aegislash. As you all know, this Pokemon has two forms, one very defensive and one very offensive. What makes this Pokemon so amazingly overpowered is King Shield. This Pokemon has low speed and that actually works in its advantage, and here's why. This Pokemon always starts in its defensive form, then it takes a hit in its defensive form, then when it uses an offensive move it switches to its offensive form, which has jacked up offensive stats. Then you can just use King Shield, which is a priority move, and it switches back to its defensive form and takes a hit easily. So basically, you just attack, King Shield, repeat. Attack, King Shield, repeat. Then, whoever created this overpowered thing had to make it even more overpowered by making whoever has physical contact with this thing while using King Shield have their attack lowered by 2 fucking stages. So basically this Pokemon has 150 offensive stats and 150 defensive stats at the same time, meaning this Pokemon has a base total of 720. That's the same base total as a fucking Arceus. In Gen 7 they realized how overpowered this Pokemon is, so they made it so that King Shield can't stop Z moves or status moves. But even with that, Toxic, the best status move there is, can't affect Aegislash. And some of you may be thinking, just use a Pokemon that is slower than it is. Well, you'll have to hope you can survive a hit from it first. Anyways guys, if you liked that video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. And check out some other cool videos, such as my Pokemon Emerald Randomizer Nuzlocke. And have a good day.